Mansa Musa, the richest man who ever lived. What happened to his wealth? The scorching sands of the Sahara tell many tales, but perhaps none as dazzling as that of Mansa Musa, emperor of Mali in the 14th century. In 1324, a golden procession snaked its way through the desert, headed for the holy city of Mecca. Thousands of soldiers, merchants, scholars, and servants traveled together, their figures shimmering under the relentless African sun. Laden with riches, camels plodded across the dunes, leaving fleeting footprints as they carried what some estimate to be the greatest fortune in history. Yet despite the sheer scale of Mansa Musa's wealth, one question continues to puzzle historians and enthusiasts alike. What happened to the unimaginable fortune of the richest man who ever lived? This is the story of Mansa Musa, his empire, his legendary pilgrimage, and the mystery surrounding the fate of his wealth. In the heart of West Africa during the 14th century, the Mali Empire rose to prominence as one of the world's most powerful and prosperous realms. It sat strategically on trade routes that connected North Africa to Sub-Saharan Africa, enabling it to control and profit from the flow of gold, salt, and other precious commodities. Mansa Musa ascended to power in 1312, inheriting the title of emperor after his predecessor, Mansa Abu Bakr II, reportedly embarked on a mysterious maritime expedition. Under Musa's reign, Mali surged to even greater heights. The empire's gold mines were among the richest in the known world, producing a substantial portion of the global supply of gold. This abundance earned Mansa Musa the reputation of being the wealthiest individual of all time, with an estimated fortune in today's terms that no billionaire could rival. Despite his vast power and wealth, Mansa Musa took his faith seriously. As a devout Muslim, in 1324, he embarked on a pilgrimage to Mecca, the Hajj. It was this journey, a fusion of spiritual devotion and unprecedented opulence, that immortalized his name in history. His entourage was legendary. Contemporary accounts describe a caravan so vast that it defied imagination. Over 60,000 men accompanied him, with thousands adorned in fine silks. Approximately 100 camels carried gold, each bearing hundreds of pounds of the precious metal. Along the way, Musa displayed unmatched generosity, distributing gold to the poor and funding the construction of mosques and other buildings. He dazzled rulers and citizens in the cities he visited, offering lavish gifts to local leaders. However, his largesse had unintended consequences. When he reached Cairo, Mansa Musa's generosity flooded the local market with so much gold that it caused economic disruption. The sudden abundance of gold devalued the metal, sparking inflation that would take years for the local economy to recover from. This pilgrimage not only solidified Mansa Musa's reputation, but also left an indelible mark on the medieval world. It transformed global perceptions of West Africa, showcasing the region's wealth and sophistication to Islamic and European societies. With his return to Mali following the Hajj, Mansa Musa focused on cementing his empire's legacy. He used his wealth to strengthen the empire's infrastructure and cultural influence, turning its cities into centers of learning, trade, and architecture. Timbuktu, in particular, became synonymous with intellectual and cultural prosperity. Under Mansa Musa's patronage, scholars, poets, and architects from across the Islamic world were invited to Mali. Libraries and universities, such as the renowned University of Sankore in Timbuktu, flourished, drawing students and thinkers from near and far. His commitment to Islamic education and architecture left visible marks on the region. The Jingwereber Mosque in Timbuktu, which still stands today, is believed to be one of Mansa Musa's enduring architectural contributions. Despite Mali's golden age under Mansa Musa, history took an uncertain turn after his death in 1337. Like many great empires before it, Mali began to decline. Political instability, weak leadership, and external pressures from rivals and European explorers eventually fractured the empire. This is where the mystery deepens. What happened to Mansa Musa's fabled fortune? One theory is that his wealth was redistributed among his successors, creating a gradual depletion as each ruler faced the challenges of maintaining the empire. Another possibility is that external invasions, including those from the Songhai Empire, played a role in looting and scattering the immense treasures amassed during Mansa Musa's reign. Some historians speculate that some of the wealth was traded off as the empire's territory was encroached upon by rival powers. Around the same time, European traders and explorers were increasing their influence in Africa, often extracting resources in exchange for goods. Over time, Mali's wealth may have simply eroded through a combination of internal weakening and external exploitation. There are also folkloric accounts of hidden treasures buried deep within the sands of Africa, vaults untouched and waiting to be rediscovered. These tales fuel a certain romance around the idea of lost gold, though no physical evidence of such hidden vaults has ever been substantiated. While Mansa Musa's fortune may no longer exist in its original form, traces of it can still be felt today in cultural and historical remnants. Timbuktu, though no longer the thriving metropolis it once was, remains a symbol of intellectual and historical significance, with manuscripts and sites that carry the legacy of Mali's golden age. Archaeological research continues to shed light on Mali's past, offering glimpses of its former grandeur. Historians and economists study the empire's success as a blueprint for understanding wealth distribution and governance in ancient civilizations. Moreover, the story of Mansa Musa challenges outdated and inaccurate stereotypes of medieval Africa as a land solely of poverty and chaos. His reign not only proves Africa's sophistication and prosperity, but also reclaims the continent's narrative as a key contributor to the world's cultural and economic history. The story of Mansa Musa is shrouded in both historical accounts and legends. It remains a symbol of how extraordinary wealth can shape and influence societies, for better or worse. His generosity and architectural projects left an indelible mark on the Mali Empire, elevating it on the global stage. However, his pilgrimage and the subsequent strain it placed on economies reveal the unintended consequences of unchecked opulence. Modern scholars debate the figures of his wealth and the exact circumstances of its apparent disappearance, but one fact remains incontrovertible. Mansa Musa's legacy continues to captivate and inspire. His tale is one of ambition, spirituality, cultural achievement, and the fleeting nature of material riches. What happened to Mansa Musa's fortune? Perhaps it was lost to time, divided among heirs, plundered by rivals, or quietly dispersed as empires fell and rose. Yet his true legacy transcends the gold he carried. His reign illuminated the brilliance of a West African empire, challenging perceptions and elevating Mali onto the world stage. Today, Mansa Musa remains an extraordinary figure, a symbol of Africa's historical wealth and cultural abundance. As we unravel the clues and mysteries of his life, we are reminded of the power of history to inspire and inform. His incredible story, from opulent processions to questions of his empire's decline, is one that will forever fascinate history enthusiasts and dreamers alike.